welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo, episode 10. So, last time out you may remember we completed the last of our B-class events, which was notably the lightweight sports battle stage, and well, since I'm done with that, you may probably think of me to take the respectable decision and notably carry on, of course, with the Go Race section. But, well, I don't necessarily feel like I want to get through the A-class events just yet, as I'm basically just showing you my Demio, and pretty much all of the prize cars that we won from the B-class events, dating pretty much all the way back to CRX. But yeah, anyways. So, I don't feel like I want to officially return to the Go Race section just yet, because, well, some of you may call it silliness, but other ones may essentially call this progress. So instead of carrying on with simulation mode, we are going to turn to the arcade mode. So this is officially the arcade mode, as we've got single race, time attack, 2-player battle, bonus items, load game, and also save game. And we also get the bonus items. And what will they unlock? Well, you will just have to wait and find out. But we of course are going to head over to single race, and also go on the hard difficulty obviously, because essentially I'm going for perfection. And with Nissan notably being my first choice, I'm obviously going to head over there. And effectively, this is the first car I am going to use for our first race of arcade mode, the Nissan Primera. So, having a look through, well, I do actually like this car in red, but oddly enough I also quite like it in indigo as well. Well, some good choices here, but I think I'm just going to go for maroon, standard driving style, manual transmission, and also the first of 8 circuits here that feature an arcade mode, and that is of course the high speed ring. Let's get right to it and see how much trialing and erroring it will officially take me to get a win on my first race in arcade mode. Hopefully not too many. But we shall wait and see. But before we do that, essentially the game keeps switching me back of course to digital mode for some reason, which means of course you are probably going to be seeing this quite a lot, with me essentially switching from digital mode back to analog mode. Probably because we are racing more. Probably because we are doing more racing, and also because the screens keep changing. On the first lap, and already I have noticed the Del Sol is already being aggressive, as he literally just forced me straight into the wall. As I can see, there is a Toyota Starlet just ahead of me. But fortunately, at least, I'm smarter than him. as I of course am now side by side with a Unos Roadster, and there of course is the Starlet, and this is the man that's leading us, an FTO GR, very much a Mitsubishi. And I stuck my right side on the grass. Oh. Fuck my intellect with on this. But anyway. So the AI are keeping up with me relatively closely. As of which I am very much managing to hold on to the lead, and it is officially a win on my first attempt. The FTO came very close at the finish line, but unfortunately he was not able to pull off the victory as he missed out by less than a tenth. And then we had the Starlet ahead of the two Roadsters, and then it was the Honda CRX Del Sol rounding out the field. So overall, with this being my first race in arcade mode, it was also a good race as well. But yeah, so just going to check through the grid, see what we were up against. So we were up against a Mitsubishi FTO GR, a Mazda Unos Roadster, also known as the Miata if you live in America, the Toyota Starlet Lanza V, a Honda CRX Del Sol VGI, another Mazda Unos Roadster from 1989, and there was also me in a 1990 Nissan Primera. But now of course we are going to move on to our second race here at High Speed Ring, and that of course is the B-Class race. So to anyone asking about arcade mode, well, you basically have to win 3 races in 3 categories in order to officially unlock the bonus items. And well, essentially overall, because I am doing all of these on the hard difficulty, obviously, it essentially indicates that, notably, I am relatively challenging myself, because surprisingly, I am actually stupid as well as committed enough to go for 100%, or at least I think I am. But anyways, keeping it with Nissan, and the next car I am going to use is the Nissan 180, considering it is the only B-Class car I can use from Nissan. But yeah, so manual transmission, and also going to High Speed Ring once again, this time for the B-Class race. And obviously it will be slightly faster than the C-Class race, but yeah. So since I'm basically doing these backwards from classes C to A, essentially overall I'm basically going from slowest to fastest. And just doing that again, because I give my analog sticks the power. Already off to a good start, compared of course to the GTO, also ahead of the Alcyone, and now moving ahead of the Integra. And well, if I'm being completely honest, I think this 180 actually, if I'm being completely honest, the 180 actually looks quite good in silver. I mean, it could just be me, but oddly enough, I do actually think this car looks good in silver. which I am of course doing this. So I am up into second after the first lap, and well, pretty much all of the arcade mode races are precisely 2 laps. So you basically have 2 laps to beat the entire field, and essentially overall, if you are doing this on hard difficulty like I am, then obviously I deeply respect you, and I honestly think in many cases you are basically, and essentially in many cases I think you are just about as narcissistic as I am, in terms of going for the coincidental 100% completion. But anyways, we are going to win race 2 on our first attempt, the D-Class race, with the 180. 2 down, 1 to go. So we have improved on our previous time obviously, because well, B-Class cars being slightly faster than C-Class cars, and well, I am going to save the replay. Also, furthermore, FYI, this isn't the first time I've officially done this. This is not my first attempt. This is actually my second attempt, because once again I forgot my microphone wasn't on during the original recording, and well, I am trying not to make myself fall for all of the constant trial and error that I fell for on my first attempt in recording this. So this of course was the grid for that race. So we were up against a Toyota Sora, a Mazda Cosmo, be Type P, a Honda Integra Type R, a Subaru Alcyon SVX S4, a Mitsubishi GTO SR, and there was me, in the Nissan 180SX Type X. So, 2 down, 1 to go. Hopefully, this time I will remember not to use the Fairlady Z for the A-Class race. But yeah, 2 down, 1 to go. Let's see how we do. So, keeping it relatable to Nissan, and well, I am not going to use the Fairlady Z, well, not yet anyway, but instead I am going to use the Skyline. Fuck it, I'll use it in purple, just because midnight purple. Also because it makes sense. Why? Because I said so. But anyways, it is now time for our third and final race here at High Speed Ring, the A-Class race. Hopefully I will not suffer too much. Especially considering I am recording this quite late in the evening. Or at least it will be by the time I've got this video uploaded. But yeah, anyways. Time for race 3. Here at High Speed Ring. Hopefully we will not suffer too much. So, things appear to be going well at the moment. There have been no official wraps at the moment. not any wrecks caused by the AI, of course. Got a little loose there off the exit, but it doesn't look like it's anything to fret. As we are now up into third. And we are going very well so far, because we are now up into second after the first lap. And we are gaining a slipstream from this RX-7, who also gets a nudge from the NSX, and I just forced myself off into the grass. Yeah. Boy. Where'd you go, you absolute knob? And the RX-7 just made me look like a dick. Oh, can I get him on the inside? Oh, come on, come on. Ultra super late braking! There we go. So, let's be said. What a finish. What a fucking finish. I literally had to pull off the dive bomb in order to win that on my first attempt. But anyways, yeah, there we go. We were successful on our first attempt. And just putting in my initials and just checking to see if I've saved a replay, and yes I have. But yeah, there we go. So, the high-speed ring is now complete in arcade mode, and as a result of that, we have now officially unlocked our 5th track in arcade mode, which is Autumn Ring. So, that was High Speed Ring in arcade mode. Next up is Trial Mountain. Can we succeed in every race on our first attempt? You will just have to wait and find out. But until then, stay tuned for more GT1.